Hi guys, here we go. It's Thursday, so we're gonna look at on regarding defense. So this is white to play. Let's see. We're going to start our timer. Let's just set to 20 minutes. What can we say about this position? And this position looks like it's from a dragon Sicilian, but black's enchanted bishop is already out. And if I were white, since I have the majority on the queen side, I have to try to create a pass pawn. So I have ideas like take, sacrifice the a4 pawn, then followed by c4. That's an idea. Are you bored? X Dark Hinoxol. No, I'm not bored. I'm kind of tired. You know, this is one of the hardest training that you can do, because when I play blitz 5 minutes or 3 minutes, after a few minutes you already have a result. This one, it's gonna take some time to figure out and do my best to calculate as deep as I can, then compare my notes with the book. So definitely challenging. What is the countdown? Your time? Yes, time remaining. It's time remaining, and that's according to my Grandmaster Jacob Augard. Suggests that you should set your clock, maybe the most is 20 minutes. In Boris Gelfand's book, Positional Play and Dynamic Decision Making, it's 30 minutes, but I think 20 minutes when you play classical chess, that's a lot. There's a lot of time to spend in one move, for one move. So, all right, definitely. When you're used to, what is your rating in Rapid in USCF, United States, or I don't have any rating in FIDE, but in United States Chess Federation around 2370 in Rapid. What about you? What is your rating? Dang. Yep. Why? Shame. Why is it shame? 800. Okay, don't worry. You can be there. You can improve. I've been 800 before. 834. Yep. 1200 in Lichess. No worries. We've been there before. Before I became good, I sucked a lot. Lost a lot of games. It's not fun, but you know, I have to be good in something, you know. So started working a lot in chess, and started winning. Kicking people's butt in chess feels good. Especially your brother, your relatives and cousins. Want to play a game after? Maybe some other time. But right now it's Thursday training. Usually on Sunday I do blitz and the opening, and we can play. But you gotta be there, because I play like a couple of games, then figure out, you know, what opening do we need to figure out to work on. All right, this is tough. Yeah. Turns out that if you eat a lot of cheese balls, there's a lot of carbohydrates, and if you're not used to carbohydrates, like you get a brain fog. Like that's what I have right now. Cannot think. You know, it's nice to eat cheese balls and while watch movies, but in the long run, it's not good if you're not used to eating carbohydrates. Yeah. Eating cheese balls while watching movies with my nephews. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So is that the only choice that we have? The a4 followed by c4, sacrifice the pawn, and if the black pawn bites, then we play c4. I mean, I'm just wondering, why is this defense? I mean, our topic is defense, and this is the position that is next to our example. I'm just figuring out, why is white defending? Is white to play? From what? Like, defending from what? I mean, the c2 pawn is defended properly. If this was an example, it should be like white to play and try to push for a win. I think black can just try to force something and get an advantage. Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird topic. I mean, it's a weird game. And white's pawns on on d5, f5 and g4 are bad, but the only way that black can expose or start threatening these pawns are if he can transfer it at the back behind the pawn and just try to pressure it. But this one is close, and if you go here, I mean, where's the bishop gonna go? Here? Nothing. So it's more likely that white has the break here with a4 or rook c1 followed by c4, but white has to be careful to prevent the black's light squared bishop from just getting behind your white's pass pawns. I mean pawns, d5, f5, g4. So let's see. This weird defense, how to defend. And we have this example. Okay, we'll play a4. Then b takes a4. Here, then c4. My idea is to play b5, just to shut down this bishop, so we could stop defending the a4 pawn. If black takes, so takes c4, and if I don't know what black is trying to do, rook b7, then rook b7 and b5. Oh, now he has a6, attacking the pawn, the pin pawn on b5. So maybe a4 is still too early. But what else can white do? What else can white do in order to squeeze a win from this position? And what's nice about this position is black has this pass pawn, but it's hard because when it pushes, you can just take, right? You can take the pawn. So unlike white's pass pawn on c4 can be pushed, but it needs a lot of support. This one. If I'm just wondering if black doesn't take my pawn, and instead of doing that a6, I think I can just take. And bishop takes. Oh, that's interesting, because if I take, then bishop takes, and if I play bishop takes b5, he has this in between me, rook takes c2. If my king goes there, then rook here, checkmate. So yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think that's a good idea for me to take the pawn, then he takes with the bishop. Or maybe I can play c4. Oh, no. c4, then bishop takes c4. Rook here. c4, then bishop takes c4. And rook c1, then bishop takes here. Takes there, takes. And I just opened the position. And black is threatening to play rook c4, so yeah, I don't know, maybe a4, a6. So a lot of things to calculate in this position. We only have 5 minutes left. Oh no. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to give your opponent any counterattacks. maybe it would work. Trying to open up the c file, because after a4, a6, a takes, bishop takes b5, then c4, bishop takes c4, bishop takes c4, rook takes c4, rook takes c4, rook takes c4, rook takes a6. Let's say if black takes here, I have that rook check, king f7, then rook here, threatening to take this pawn. Maybe I have that idea. Maybe it's not that bad to play a4 right away. Maybe playing a4 is just too... Playing a4 to right away is not a good idea. But what else can white do? Like, what kind of maneuver can I do? Maybe a4 is the best one. Okay, let's say a4. Let's say if it takes, then c4. Then rook b8, then I can play king c3. Ah, okay, I have this idea. Bishop c2 followed by bishop takes a4. Okay. Alright, I think that would work. a4 takes c4 followed by king c3, then bishop c2. I think that could work. Okay. Oops. Sorry. So a4, b4, c4. Black, does black have like a5 idea? Here, c4 then a5, sacrifice. And if I take, then maybe rook c7. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, I can play b5. If a4 takes c4, a5 then b5. Threatening to take this pawn in a4. Because black's bishop diagonal is blocked by the b5. Okay. Oops. Alright, so I guess a4 is my move. And if rook b8, then king c3 followed by bishop c2. Okay, c. a4, a6, a takes. If a takes b5, then rook a5. Still I cannot take the b5 pawn because my c2 pawn hangs. Then maybe I have to move my rook to e4 followed by, yeah, takes. Let's say rook here. It's kind of useless move because I cannot take the pawn. Then bishop takes. Oh, if I take the pawn, then rook takes c2. This one gets hit. All right, I think we only have 12 seconds left. I would play a4 here. It's gonna be my move. Alright, let's look at the solution. Alright, so this is a game between Mikhail Tal and Gyula Sachs. What year is that? No, this doesn't say. It's 1982 in Moscow Interzonal. Alright. Let's see. Let's look at the critical position. Okay, G5. White to move. Coat. White to move. Assessment. White has space advantage. Black skillfully combines passive defense with active sorties, retaining the control of the c-file and maneuvering his bishop. So I think this is for blacks, not for white, but it's white to move. So rook e4. Oh, okay. Why not? Why not just a4? Just wondering. What about a4? I'm gonna turn on the Stockfish 11 chess engine. Let's see. What does the Stockfish say about this position? I'm gonna put no, 3. I'll put 3 multiple lines. Alright, so we have some comparison. Okay, a4 is the best one. Yes, computer says so. a4 is the best one. In your fam, who is higher than you? What do you think? My brother is international master coach Joel Banawa. He's an international master, so he's higher than me. I am that's why second highest rated in my family. My younger brother, international master coach Joel Banawa, is height like coach Joel is I think it's 5'8". I'm 5'6.5", so he's taller. So he has a higher rating and taller than me. Yep. Alright, so I play like a computer. So Mikhail Tal as white here didn't play rook a4. So okay, a4. What did we calculate? I just want to check. See if takes c4, and if a5, let's see, don't move. Okay, b5. Good. Because if, for example, a5 after takes a very cute triangle, do you fancy small blitz game or casual with me? I would love to. We can play on Sunday. Maybe I can do some blitz with viewers. But my goal is to share you guys what I do in preparation of classical. Hopefully the COVID-19 goes away next year, so I can stop playing classical chess and earn my norms, international master and grandmaster norms. So yeah, definitely we can do it on Sunday. But on Sunday usually I play just a couple of blitz games and figure out what kind of opening do we need to work on, because I'm also trying to play more opening rather than just one opening. It's harder for your opponent to prepare against you if you have many openings, especially in blitz. In blitz, if you know the opening, you can blitz out like the first 15 moves. If you're good in memory. I'm terrible in memory, but I try to. What I do is I try to map it out, then split it into few variations like chunking, memory chunking. Have you guys ever heard of memory chunking? My rating's 2100. Okay, pretty good. 2100 classical. How far am I from being an NM? I think USCF, a very cute triangle from your thinking. You're almost an NM. 2100 can play good chess. 2100 players make me nervous. So yeah, Lichess, Blitz. I'm not sure. Like how far can you go to become a master? But 2100 classical is pretty good, but it depends on your games. If I were you, I gotta analyze my games and hire chess coach, even just one session. You gotta figure out like, or just look at your games. Like, where do you lose? You gotta figure that out. Like, what is the what kind of positions do you have where you spend the most time? Like for example, me sometimes opening, because I wasn't good in opening. That's why right now I'm working a lot in openings too. If I don't do this defense, I just work on opening the whole day. It's that bad. So Okay, thanks. Yeah, no problem. Look at your games. Figure out like where do I lose? Is it just the opening or defense or end game? Like, then you're gonna figure out the things that you want to work on. When I was playing at Webster University in St. Louis, Missouri, one of the best back then, it was like the best collegiate chess program in the world, and I was playing Blitz against the top Vietnamese player, Grandmaster Lekong Lim, and we played Blitz. You know, I challenged a lot of people, Grandmasters, and we played Blitz. I think he beat me in just few moves. Embarrassing, like few moves. Grunfeld defense. I was even playing as white. He beat me in Blitz games, and he told me right away, Jake, you gotta study your opening. You just lost against me in just few moves, and you're playing as white. So, you know, wake up call against like $100 per hour chess lesson from a top grandmaster. It just told me, hey, you gotta work on your opening. Your opening sucks. So there you go. You lose something, you lose your games. Look at your game. If you have a friend or a grandmaster or whoever, let them look at your games. Then they're gonna tell you what things to work on if you wanna get better. All right, B takes A4, C4. Okay, if I go here, then I guess King A3 is a weird move. I would go here. Because my idea is to play Bishop C2. But now A5. Oh, missed this one. Because if B here, then Bishop takes, and I cannot take here. Computer moves. King A3 is a weird move. Like, why would a attack a pawn that is being defended by a bishop? But I guess the idea is after A5, then B5. Okay, shut down the bishop, right? Then maybe take that one. All right. At least I got the A4 correct. Mikhail Tal didn't. And to be fair, there were no computers. I mean, I didn't use a computer, but I'm just checking the my answers. So A4. Let's see, A4 here. What else can black do? I think A6. If I take, oh, it's a mistake to take because the bishop takes B5. Because I thought after here, bishop takes here, then here. Okay. Then I take. The idea is to play there. Rook takes B4 and King C3. So check. Then here. So nothing. I guess it's a wrong idea. Because after check, King G8, Rook G7. Oh, it's weird. King H8. It just went to stalemate. Okay. But according to computers, minus 1.7 because this pawn is going to be hard to promote it. And for example, I go here. Black doesn't even have to do anything because my king is gonna, it's stuck. Like, how do I transfer my king there to, like, maybe let's say G6 square? It's kind of hard. So black is the one who has winning chances here. Like say here takes and G4. Okay, so black is winning. My idea was incorrect. I got the first move correct, but the bishop takes C4 idea is wrong. Even A takes B5 is already wrong. Computer says Rook E1. What is the idea of that? Followed by here. No, it's really weird idea. Followed by C4 maybe. Yeah, I don't understand. But A4 is the correct one. Okay, let's see what Mikhail Tal did. So the magician from Riga played Rook E4, Bishop E8, King C1. Why? Why did White play there? Here? There? Where's this king going? Oh wow, he just went back. Wow. Okay, so I missed few notations. Quote, exploiting the fact that the king has moved away from the queen side. Alright, A5. So it's black who's the one who's defending. It's not white. Should have been black to play. I thought it's white to play and defend. King D2. Quote, it is favorable for white to concede the C5 square. like give up the square. King d2, a4, rook e3. But if, for example, just humanly reason, like why would you put your squares in the same color as your opponent's bishop if you're playing as black? Like, I don't get it. a4, rook e3, bishop here, threatening there. Bishop. Okay, rook 3 c4. What? No, no, no. If you go here, then I take. Rook 3 c4. c3. Okay. Okay. So maybe if black takes, then king goes there, or even d3. Because if the king goes there, then he has this tempo, rook c4 check. Okay, so nothing is gonna happen anyway. I don't have to move my king to here, to d4. I think I can just go here, then play rook c1 with idea of c4. Is that fine? Because black's pawns here on b5 and b5 and a4 is horrible. I really don't understand why would Grandmaster Gyula Sachs play a4. Yeah, it's positionally horrible. I'm just gonna turn on the chess engine. Okay, so here white plays a4. Okay, king d2 would, well, computer says a4 as black is very good, and that's 0.0 according to Stockfish 11 chess engine. Oh man. Okay, a4. Let's see. Then boom, attacking that pawn. Boom, c3. Boom. Oh, so that's the idea. That's the idea. Exchange sacrifice. So here, now if white can prepare the maneuver, bishop f3 to e2. Yes, because if I can maneuver even here, okay, I need to go to f3 to defend this pawn on g4. Because if I go here right away, here, then rook takes g4. Okay, so that was the idea. I was thinking. I was correct. If black can get his bishop and attack my pawns on behind it on e5, on d5, f5, and g4, I might get in trouble. So this was his idea. Exchange sacrifice. Bishop c4. Okay, bishop a2. Emphasizing that nowhere can his defensive lines be broken. Draw agreed. Ah, that's interesting. So the only one of the ways, I think the only break that white can do is to play c4. And if you play c4, then bishop takes c4. Still no files for my rook if I'm playing as white. So that's interesting. I can't believe it's like such an ugly move. The a5, a4. I will try to demolish like a4. I will try to figure out how to win this one as white. Maybe if I can exchange my rook, get rid of this rook, maybe I can play rook c1. But I have to force this rook to stop attacking this pawn before I can move my rook on a1. Maybe I can play rook a3 followed by bishop e4. Is that what Tal? Yeah, Tal played rook e3. Okay, then the computer. What does the computer say here? Well, let's just say Sachs played bishop f7. Okay, now he's attacking my pawn. I guess I have to defend. Bishop e4. Yes, only move. Because now I'm attacking the rook on c3 and defending the pawn on d5. And Sachs played here. And now he's threatening to take the bishop on e4. But the problem is if I move my bishop and stop defending this pawn, then he takes on c2. But I don't want him to sacrifice here. But what can I do? I don't think I can stop him. And if the bishop, like for example, goes to d3, then rook takes g4. Okay, it is tough. So maybe after a lot of calculation, turns out that it's kind of hard for white to exploit this pawns on b5 and a4 that are the same color as my bishop. Yeah, I think if I can exchange at least one rook and get like bishop d3 followed by c4, I think white has some winning chances. But this powerful rook takes e4. I think maybe Mikhail Tal missed this one. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful idea. So I hope you guys learned something today. It's a good defense. I thought white was the one who's defending. It just turns out that black is the one who's defending. But still a good idea to figure out how to prevent your opponent from breaking. A4 was the best chance for white to gain some advantage, but unfortunately Mikhail Tal didn't see that one. But it's nice to have exchange sacrifice in order to get some kind of counterplay. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe and share this to your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.